Hey, what's happening, everybody? It's your old pal, Mr. Butter, coming back at you. This is actually an SB Dunk Low. Everybody's talking about Crenshaws, everybody's talking about Udos, but I feel like nobody's really paying attention to these. They definitely have a unique style, and now that I have them in hand, I really love this pair. If you're into kicks and you feel like hanging out, then hit that subscribe button. Let's take a look at these SB Dunk Lows in the orange Emerald Rise colorway. Alright, so right off the top, I do not skateboard. I haven't skateboarded since probably the early 90s on my old Madrid skateboard. My kids both skateboard, well, the older two, and they're pretty good, but I've tried standing on theirs before, and it wouldn't be pretty if I tried to do anything on it. But anyhow, that being said, I saw these on GOAT, and I just really love the style of them. I did see since then, I think these are slated to drop around the 25th. I think they're dropping on a Friday on the sneakers app. I haven't heard a whole lot about them. I haven't seen many reviews or anything like that of them. I do think that these have dropped already at skate shops around the country, but I don't have any skate shops near here, so the only chance that I had to get them was either GOAT or sneakers, and this is a pair that I thought was worth getting off of GOAT. I paid around $160 for these in my size, so after fees and shipping and that sort of thing, I think they came to around $180, but we'll talk about if I think that was worth it or not. Like I said, standard purple Nike SB box, nothing worth going over there. The tag reads Nike SB Dunk Low Pro Premium, and the colors are orange, noise aqua, emerald rise. And I go with my true to size 10 on Dunk Lows and SB Dunk Lows. I know some people size up a half size for SB Dunk Lows because there's extra padding and that sort of thing. I've never really found the need to do that. I think going true to size is comfortable for my feet anyhow. But then getting right to it, I like these so much. And I don't know if you noticed on the intro, I'm wearing a pair of Viotech. They're basically like bright pink and purple and yellow Air Trainers. I like things that are a little bit crazy. Not everything, but sometimes stuff just jumps out to me. This was one of those pairs that's really unique, and there's just something about it. The colors, the fuzzy suede, I'm always a fan of fuzzy suede, but these colors just, I love it. I know a lot of times we see that they use SB Dunks as like kind of like a canvas to get out some really crazy designs and that sort of thing. I think I saw on sneakers where they made some reference to like 70s inspiration or like wanting them to look groovy or something like that. And honestly, when I first saw these, both images and then whenever I got them in hand, they reminded me of like late 70s, early 80s, like living room furniture or curtains and carpet and that sort of thing. Really, these colors remind me of one of my childhood friends' living rooms. I mean, it is like the color palette is spot on. Just throw in some wood grain on top of this and a huge box TV. And man, this is like one of my best friend's living rooms back in the late 80s, early 90s. And maybe that's why I like it so much, just this orange and kind of like teal or aqua. It just really reminds me of childhood, and it gives me a nostalgic feeling. It just gives me the vibes of the retro decorations that we used to have when every new house was a rancher. These really do take me back. I can definitely see the 70s inspiration, and also it reminds me of like 80s and that sort of thing. I am old. I wasn't around during the 70s, but I pretty much saw all of the 80s. So I am an 80s, 90s kid, and these definitely take me back. And aside from that nostalgic feeling that I get just from this color palette, I'm always a huge fan of fuzzy suede, and this material is really nice. On top of being that shaggy kind of look, like shaggy carpet or something like that, the suede really has a great feel, and I think these colors go together beautifully. So I'm just really feeling these, and I am fully aware that people are probably going to either love these or hate them. For me, I love them. I love pictures of them, and then whenever I got them in hand, I love them even more. And like I said before, people are going crazy for like the Crenshaws and the Udos and all that, and I understand that for the most part, collabs always do have more attention than what the general releases do. And I know this isn't a collab, but I am surprised that you don't see more people really hyped up about these. But that doesn't really bother me at all. I don't mind if people are hyped about it because I love them, and I'm old enough that I can get away with just liking what I like, you know? We do see the Nike SB labeling here at the midfoot, and you can feel that we do have that cushioning that we're used to getting for Nike SBs. It just feels softer in that middle area than what it does for the tread pattern. But we have a standard Nike SB Dunk Low tread pattern. That tread pattern is just a little bit different than a standard Nike Dunk Low, but it's very, very similar to regular Dunks. I think they called this color lemon chiffon, and I've also noticed there's little speckles all through it, both on the outsole and on the midsole. So I don't know if that's coming through on camera, but that leads me to believe that maybe they used that Nike grind in this yellow rubber. But it looks nice. It's not real evident unless you're looking real close at the shoe, but hopefully you can see that coming through in the video. Along with that yellow chiffon outsole and midsole, we also have stitching matching that color, and I just think it complements that upper really well. It's pretty cool looking. But then getting to the upper of the shoe, this is without a doubt my favorite part of it. Just this whole upper being this really, really nice shaggy suede. And every color of suede on this upper, whether it's the aqua, the blue, or else this orange, it all has a really high-end feel. You do get some color change on it whenever you change direction, but a lot of times that's kind of hard to capture on camera. So I don't know if you can see that or not, but for all these materials, you get a nice color shift whenever you change the direction, and it just feels really, really soft. It definitely feels like a high-end material. Like, this could have been a premium even if it wasn't an SB or something. Like, if they would have just called this Nike Dunk Low Premium and not had the fatter tongue or the zoom cushioning or the extra padding around the inside of the collar, if this would have just been a regular Dunk, it would have been fine being called just a premium, because these materials are really next level. I think these things are beautiful, and I couldn't speak highly enough of the quality that we got for this fuzzy suede. But I love the look of it, and I love the feel of it equally. I just think these things are gorgeous. But anyhow, that being said, we've got this orange color for the overlay on the mudguard. It's going up these eye stays, and then we have it wrapping around the base of the heel, as well as up here on the heel tab where we see that blue Nike branding stitched in there. For the base material, we have another shaggy suede. You can see these perforations here on the toe box, and this is more of like an aqua color. It's almost like a mix of like bluish green, but it's lighter than what we have on the swooshes. And I love this shade, but it just feels really, really nice. You see it here on the toe box. You see it here on the side panels. And then we also see it up here around the collar and where we have those rows of stitching on the heel. We do have a darker blue for the swooshes. And again, this is a really high quality feeling suede, and I just love it. I love the way the colors go together, and I really, really like all these different colors of this premium feeling suede. Also, the blue that we have for this suede is the blue that we have for this stitching on the heel, and it's also the blue that we get on the tag. That kind of helps to pull that all in together, just having the same blue for the swoosh and then the Nike branding as well. Really makes it look nice and balanced. The tongue does feel like it's a different material. It is a nylon or something like that, but it doesn't have your standard Dunk tongue feeling. It almost feels a little bit smoother than that, but this is also kind of an aqua color. I would say that this is a little bit lighter than this base Suede, and it also has a little bit more of like a green tint to it, but I think it goes with the upper very well. The piping around the tongue matches that tongue material. Of course, it is an SB, so it feels nice and padded. It's really thick. And then we have an orange tag on there, and like I said, the Nike branding on that tag matches this blue that we have for the swoosh. They did give us orange SB Dunk laces, and that's kind of like that oval shaped rope style lace. Those came already in the shoe, but it also came with this extra pair here, and that really matches the color on the tongue and the base of the shoe as well. I would probably swap these laces out, but these again are that oval rope style lace, but I think these would probably take it to a whole other level. One thing that I haven't seen on any other SB Dunks or any other shoes that I've ever gotten, this has a tag on the inside of the tongue, and it says 181. I don't know what that's for. I might have to look that up, and then maybe I'll throw it in the comments if I find it. Or if you know what that is, then let me know. But it says 181. I don't know what that's referencing. Our sock liner is the same color as our tongue. It's like a lighter aqua color. And there you can see that we've got the extra padding around there that we're used to getting on SB Dunks. And it's got Nike SB branding as well as some Air Zoom branding, because it will have the Zoom cushioning underneath the heel. But that was a pretty quick rundown of these things. I think they're great. They're unique. I don't have anything that looks like this in my collection. They will be dropping soon on the sneakers app. Let me know if you like these or if I'm just a little bit crazy. Sometimes the stuff I like is a little bit out there. That might be the case with these, but I'm still surprised that you don't see more hype about them and that people aren't really talking about these yet. In my opinion, Nike SB knocked these out of the park. The quality is really good, the color palette is really good, and I'm just really feeling this pair of kicks. But let me know what you all think about them. I appreciate y'all watching, and I'll catch you on the next one. I'm out.